doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
How was your weekend? How's your weekend?
My weekend's fine. How was your weekend?
Woo!
Really?
It's winter.
I know. It's snowing.
It's snowing. Some of you who don't have snow, you are so lucky. But it's snowing where we are.
Yeah, real snow this time.
It's such a tragedy.
For real.
For real.
Mm.
Well, today is a new show. And it's going to be, is money really, is it really the root of all evil? But before we begin, it's time to toast. To you guys,
Indeed.
I hope you are cuddling up with somebody and staying nice and warm this very cold, snowy winter.
And then to us.
Of course.
She's silly.
So good. He's mental.
I like that.
What, the mentalness? Okay, we got a show to do. You can't sit there and keep drinking the wine.
I'm feeling lushy.
Tack it. Hey, William, how are you?
Peace.
So,
She just called me tacky.
you were taking big gulps of wine.
I
Is that how you
was
enjoy it?
sipping the
You
wine.
have to sip and mellow into it.
I was.
Let the wine roll along your tongue.
And that's exactly what I did. I was doing such, and then you
I
said
watched your throat. You were, what is that word I'm trying to say?
I was not guzzling.
You were guzzling, yeah. So anyhow, is money really the root of all evil? It is a question that was brought because last week Michelle made a comment about it. And that made me really ponder, is money really the root of all evil? Let me start with you, Ben.
Why me?
Is really.
All right. I will say this. The perception of money is the root of all evil.
Okay.
All right.
The perception. So that sounds like you're saying that money isn't real.
Money is not real. There is no such thing as money at this.
Try to live without it. It's real.
No.
Not a perception.
Technically, no, it is a perception. Look, money is backed by gold. Our money is not backed by no gold. It's a piece of paper that they're using as marks. It's
Okay,
a check, credit,
this is
whatever.
this is why I say what I say about the whole mental part.
Look, no.
That was way back when. This
No,
is today's
this
time.
is today.
Go ahead. Hey,
Everything-
Michelle.
Look, everything is electronic transfer. There is no money.
Sure there is. I can pull out a dollar bill in front of you.
And I can show you that dollar bill ain't worth a dime.
I can
On
go to
that dollar bill.
I can. Oh, really? I don't have the dollar bill in front of me. But if I did have it in front of me, I would say I can take that dollar to the store and come back, probably with a stick of gum, but I'd come back with something in exchange for it. So how do you say it's not real?
Promissory note. Now,
It is a
first of all,
promissory.
it's a promissory note. It's not. Now, look.
Wait. I don't want to cut you off on that. That's a good topic, but that's not
All right.
what this is about.
Is
Is money really the root of all evil?
Okay, fine. Surfacely, I'll say yeah.
You'll say yeah.
What?
Why? You can't just say yeah and then, thank you guys, thanks for coming.
All right. Look, the whole idea, you would sell your soul, you'd sell your mother, you'd sell the individuals that would sell out. The whole thing in families where, depending on the parent, they're so hard caught up on making that dollar. How nothing else matters. Relationships have been destroyed. Parent-children relationships destroyed because the parent wasn't there chasing money. Personal relationships, man, woman, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, chasing that dollar bill because that was more important. Your mother was left there, your mother died. Why? You could have been there, but you was too busy that business meeting to make that money was so much more important. That being the basis of, for me, the root of all evil. Yeah. Yeah, you're willing to do anything, to sacrifice anything for the sake of that dollar. And we overall, that means more to people now than anything. The proof, we were just looking at, what was that? Queen and Slim?
Yes.
Which was
don't talk about the movie. People didn't.
No, not so much. Well, look, at the end of the day, if you haven't seen it by now, I'm sorry, but the point is, that was the climax of the film.
Okay. Really? Anyhow, let's read some comments. William said, well, actually, ironically, the people that are destitute are the ones who stay on the evil side, committing evil crimes to try to get money. So it's a catch-22.
Yes.
So God said, it's what you do to get the money and how you use it. And Andrew said, money is neither the cause or the, and that he didn't finish typing. I guess he's still typing.
Flame, bring it in. Come on, finish up.
That's what Andrew said. So the thing is the money a root to all evil? My response is yes or no.
Yes or no?
Yes and no.
Oh.
William made a good point that if you're on the destitute side, the ones stay on the evil side committing crimes. But there are people who are filthy rich.
Committing crimes.
That are committing crimes to try to keep this money.
So that's why it's like, no.
The whole thing is, why are we trying to get this money? Whether it's through committing crimes or through honest ways of earning a living, is so that we can provide food, clothing, and shelter for ourselves and for our family, and to build a better life for our families. So, would that be a root of evil when the root actually is doing good? It's for a positive thing. Giving a better life to your family, better than one that you had.
Right.
That's not a root of evil.
No. Look, the root of all evil at this point is pointing towards greed. Now, we're using money. All right? At the end of the day, it's any resource that you can have an abundance of that others can lack. Okay? Money, in this sense, especially the way the society has it set up, is producing greed. It's producing greed. I've got to have this all for me. Why? Because they got to be able to look down on you. I have more than you. Yes.
I don't think people as a general think that way.
Listen, wait a minute. You know what? At this point, there was a point in time I might have agreed with you with that. But I'm looking at individuals now who truly have surpassed their need, beyond their need. They will look at the needy and deny them that. So, no, I disagree with you. We are living in that kind of world. Nobody
but not everybody
cares.
is that way, and not
every individual.
And you can't even say that when there's so many people that are contributing to different charities, so that the needy can have.
All right, and you know what? I guess I'm having a problem with concerning that.
Before anybody yells, yes, I know they can be doing it just for a tax write-off.
Yeah, not only that, because I hear about all what you just said, individuals giving. I'm looking for those that have received. I don't hear nobody running around talking about I got because they gave. I'm not hearing none of that. I'm hearing all this giving, but I'm not seeing any results.
Okay.
So I've got a big doubt on that, because I believe, there are those that are giving, but those so-called middlemen that are supposed to be parceling it out to the people are keeping it for themselves, thus taking me back to greed.
Okay.
All right, so, So you go.
So Andrew said money is neither the cause or the root. That's what he meant to say.
I do agree.
William said money can be a great thing if you put it towards real necessities. I couldn't see that.
Oh.
If you put it towards real necessities and not frivolous spending it or squandering it. So God said money is an illusion that people have made a priority. So he's trying to swing it back where you said. It's the root of evil because it's used for trade of natural resources. So God, that's a good point. It is used for trade of natural resources.
Again, and originally, before they came up with monopoly money, all was done in gold, which was true.
It still was a trade. It still was a trade for something.
No.
Now I do believe
Trade, true. What is trade? All right, in terms of business, you are getting
trade is a barter
value.
system.
All right,
It's a barter system.
We are trading for something of equal value.
And before there was money, it was trade. Sure, trading was done
Literally, literally, if I've got food, you've got water, we'll split it. Okay, yeah.
That's a bartering system. It's still the same thing.
That was the beginning, but not now.
It still is a barter. If I give you this piece of paper in return, you provide a service or an item. It's still bartering.
All right, now wait a minute. I'm going to prove a point right now.
And the paper has to amount to what
the
service is
and
worth.
you just called it. It was you that just made the point real clear to me. This piece of paper. Okay. This is gold.
The debit card.
This is gold.
Don't touch my wine. Okay.
And you seem to have killed me for just touching it. I'm just trying to make a point. All right. I give you $30. Let's say this is gold. I just bought $30 worth of gold from you. All right. Now I've got the gold. The bank today just told you that paper money don't mean nothing. It's dead.
But they didn't tell me that.
No. But look, at the end of the day, if every
with
system
with something that you just made up out of your head,
that's not something I made up. Gold is not going to lose its value. If today, just like the stock market, just like the day of the stock market crash in 28, every piece of paper, 1928, every piece of paper that was labeled a money was no longer. Gold retained and remained what it was. This piece of paper changed.
Can I say something? We're not in 1928 anymore.
Oh, no, but we're on the verge of them doing that. What do you think they're doing? They're trying to make a cashless society now.
Well, yes.
All right, now, what does that say about the paper?
There's still some type of barter. It's still some type of trade. So they're not using physical money anymore.
What's the trade?
The trade is service for what we'll give you. Oh, how am I going to say this?
Uh-huh.
We'll put this value onto your debit card. Or, and the weird things that you say, the chip in your skin, we'll put this value on it. And base it on that.
Yo.
I'm going to read some more comments. William wrote, yeah, like cannabis. It should be free for crying out loud. I'd be living high off the hog if that was the case. Okay. So God said, an apple traded for an orange nowadays is paper for a drink of water. Yes. Okay, so you're kind of getting more into the supply versus demand type of thing. The more the demand for it, for the supply of it, and there's less supply so that you could get more money. William mentioned the Great Depression. Yes, that's what Ben was talking about in 1928. I am aware. But we're not in 1928 anymore.
But the point is it can happen any given time.
And the reason why I believe the ideal of a cashless system now is to prevent another Great Depression. There won't be any running out of money because you can always have more.
Did you also ever consider that no one else can get rich either?
No, please explain. I like that. Explain that.
Mass majorities of these rich today who are living off of what is used to be called old money, they made massive amounts of money that no one knew about. They weren't tracked, they weren't traced, no one knew it. They can make side deals. Stop! They can make side deals. Hell, the Kennedys came right off. How did they make their money? They made their money running hooch during the 20s and the 30s. Who knew about that money? But they're redundantly rich. Where did that money come from? They didn't make it legally, but Capone went to jail for tax evasion. Look, check this out. Once what you're talking about, they will clock every penny you make. They will know exactly what you're doing.
I agree.
And unless you are in bed with them for them to allow you to get rich, you ain't getting rich for nothing.
Wow.
The standards
I
and
actually
the bands,
agree with you. You
yeah,
made a good
that's
point.
it. That's it.
Okay. Money, so God said money is being used to control the people, making it evil.
Yes. That's a fact as well. Look. You want to keep your position? You want to do what I told you. That's all she wrote. I'm already making $5 million a year. You want to keep that $5 million? You might be able to make $6 million, but you want to keep it. Shut up.
True. Wow. I didn't think I was going to agree with you. Because before you started to say that, I'm going to say what you started to say about, okay, so Andrew disagrees with that. But before you started to say that money was not the root of all evil, that was just something that that people just tell you. I mean, if I had the footage from last week, just before I said, no, we're going to make that a topic, that's what you were getting ready to say before. What did you mean by that?
What did I say again?
You started to say something about money is not the root of all evil because that's just something that's been told.
It's based, though. All of it is based, even now, on topic. It really isn't the money. It's been said here in the comments. But it's the value and the perception of money that makes it what it is at the end of the day.
We need it for survival.
Right. I've been bouncing back and forth between the theoretical money and realistic money, being honest. I have been jumping back and forth on that.
Yes. Okay.
Okay? Yes, we need money. We need to go out there. We need bread, eggs, milk, blah. Yes, this is what you need because this is the world we live in. But they duped the people into giving up all their gold so that they can make believe and do everything on credit. And they did that so they could control the actual source.
Okay.
I mean, the actual value. All right? It is against the law. They made it against the law to own gold bullion. What?
They did?
Yes, it's against the law. Why? Because they were locking it down. Plain and simple. Now, ultimately, the evil is the fact that, again, what is it based on? The lack of. We live in a society where they really bang in your head, you need, telling you what you need. Mm-hmm. And then there's truly what you need. I need a roof over my head. I need food. I don't need necessarily filet mignon, but I need to buy some bacon. You understand what I'm saying?
I want to correct you on something. Okay. Yeah. So, according to Only Gold, Legal Issues and Gold, in this country, it was illegal from 1933 to 1974 to own gold bullion without a license. But on January 1st, 1975, the restrictions were lifted and gold can now be freely held in the U.S. without any licensing or restrictions of any kind.
Okay, now.
Booyah.
No, wait. Now keep in mind, it's just like so many other laws. Who knew? When they were collecting the gold from the people, it was massive. Everybody knew. But now you can have the gold. Did they announce this in a big thing?
They may have. We just didn't get the memo.
Most didn't.
You didn't.
Most didn't.
Until now.
You're right. I just got the news.
So guess what? We could get bullion now. It's okay. Comments.
Can you get the bullion?
It's probably costs a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much is a brick of gold?
So guy said you want to make this $40, LOL. William said,
what?
That's what happened to the natives in Canada. The British traded them alcohol for it. I know I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I do understand that, yes. They traded their land for it. Yes, absolutely. And the natives not understanding what the value of the alcohol was.
Because they placed no value on it.
Right. The thing is, education is important. I'm not talking about school education, but knowing of what's of value and what's not.
Stop.
Wait. Value, hold that thought. Value, another comment popped in. Value has been given to things, paper money, gold, etc. That really has no value to sustain life, like fruits and vegetables. Mm-hmm. That's true too, because in one instance you have this money, but then if there's no more fruits and vegetables, that money means absolutely nothing.
Absolutely. Remember,
okay, that's a good point.
Rich man used to be the number of goats and sheep he had. That used to constitute what a rich man was.
Well, I don't have any goats or sheep, so we're in a mess.
Yeah, a whole bunch of us are.
Unless we go out and buy some.
Taking us right back to it. Where's the money? Look.
The top. Some of that gold bullion that our families had, and because our families never had the gold bullion.
No, we had it all. We gave it away.
Gave it away because they found.
No. Hold it, and that's what that was the point I was trying to make before.
Yes.
Listen, they were the ones that were scratching for survival. Everything was at our fingertips. We didn't place value on things that God gave us. We didn't place value on water. God gave us water. It's in abundance, but now we have to pay for water because He said. Okay, greed was not part of us. We shared everything. What is of value? What was of value was your family. With my son, my daughter, my wife, my mother, my father, cousin, sister, brother, whatever. Okay? You place value on something you personally may have prized. My prized spear, my prized sword, my prized drum. Whatever it was. What has been valued or what value has been placed upon was not our value. It was forced upon us. What is valuable, what is not. Now we live here in a world where value, period, is money. Like you said earlier, what do we need money for? We need money for everything you mentioned. Then that's ridiculous. We need money to eat. Just 100 years ago, that was not the case. No, just 100 years ago.
No, everybody was hunting for their food.
Everybody went out there and got their food.
Still using a bartering system for I have this,
using with
you
someone
have
that. Exactly.
And they've even married so that they could continue to have the
Families
fortunes.
did that. Families did that. They moved that into the modern times, and now that's them fortifying their money, their riches. All right, but that's what it was earlier. You're right. Yo, he's got a big herd. We got a big herd. We get together. We just doubled our value. All right. Look, at the end of the day, it is at this stage of the game. I do say yes. It is the root of evil, but mostly that's for the unconscious. And that's the way I see it. Because if money means everything to you, you're blind. All right? I mean, but see, there are also people to be watched. Because, again, this is the person that will sell you for $1.
Yes.
Okay? And, that's where I'm at with that.
Well, I honestly agree with you. I'm shocked that I agree with you because I was saying, is it really the root of all evil? And I say, yes. There are crimes being committed as we speak, as William had mentioned, due to the dollar.
You know something? Let me put it to you like this. Brothers in jail in the 60s and the 70s, I had not one problem with. I'm going to tell you why. In particular, not when I say brothers in jail, let me qualify that. The mass majority of those that went to jail for the crime of theft, they were trying to live. They didn't rob for the hell of robbing. Not to say that anybody does so today, but back then it was bad. It was bad. If you were hungry, I remember these are the days individuals were eating dog food out of cans.
So wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
They robbed literally just to live. Individuals now, not to say that they're not robbing to live, but I'm going to put it to you like this.
They have all this opportunity in the world, so that's
No,
why
not so much that. Listen, the mentality has changed. Hell, I remember when I was 16, I'm hearing brothers bragging about going to jail. This was the end thing to do. It was no biggie. Let's go to jail. That's when, at that point, I realized that everything had changed.
That's until they really went to jail. Then it was no longer.
No. It has not changed. There's still idiots running around out here bragging about going to jail right now. And this is a fact.
Right.
Okay? So, based on that, I mean, but prior to that time, I don't know no man that was going to brag about going to jail. The point I'm making is that the reason that they committed these crimes was to put food on their table or to put food in their stomach. It was not for no prestige. It was not for anything other than that. I see it differently now.
So wait a minute. So you honestly believe that the people that for some, and not everybody, but people that are sitting in jail for stealing, they're doing it because for the heck of it?
No.
They're not doing it to take care of their family. They're not doing it to survive. That jobs are scarce and selling drugs may be the only way to make. And not that I'm condoning that, because I'm not.
No, it's not about condoning. Wait a minute. Again, a lot of crime is based on survival.
It's all survival.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. Okay, no, it's not. And I did say that earlier. But if I'm saying to you, you saying that you understood for people that were locked up back in the 60s because they had to do what they had to do to feed their family, you don't think the same thing could possibly be going on today?
Not on the same level. Because
what do you mean?
The reason I can say that, because this generation doesn't give a damn about the next one.
And why don't they give a damn?
This is where we've evolved to. Back before, it was about the family.
Let's take a look
It was
back.
about my brother, my sister, my woman.
You always talked about the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the crack epidemic. Mm-hmm. Mom and dad are out there doing drugs. Kid is out in the street hungry. They're stealing or doing whatever they can. Social services gets their greedy hand involved to try to get money for that kid, because funds are allocated per state based on how many kids they have. They're being dumped into foster homes where people are just doing it for the money. These kids are still not eating. They're still not surviving. Yep. They're trying to steal or do whatever they can to eat. Yep. Then they unfortunately end up in the prison system, because as they got older, instead of getting an education, which, by the way, public education is not always the best as like it used to be. Public education is nowhere near as good as it used to be.
Well, at this
and some
point
people
in
even
time,
said back then it wasn't.
That.
But the whole thing is lack of education, lack of jobs, end up in the prison system. And you think people wanted to be there? I think people brag about it because that's supposed to be some type of street culture. I don't think anybody strives to want to be in jail.
No. Not
if that's the case, they do stuff in front of the cops so that they can get that prestige.
They want to be in jail. No, I don't think anybody wants to go to jail, but it's different. We did not. Individuals were afraid. Straight up. Nobody wanted to go to jail.
Not anybody that I knew.
All right? But the individuals that I spoke to in these recent years, they don't care.
They don't see any other hope.
No.
They don't see anything else.
No. Because, look, back then, And it was hopeless, because I swear, hell, I didn't see no out. That's not what I see. Not with this new age. That's not what I see in them.
Well, I've spoken to a lot of people of the younger generation, and then when you listen to some of their stories,
I've been with a lot of these individuals too, and
but
I've
if you
listened
listen
to the
their
stories.
well, I've seen that. Wow, no wonder your situation is what it is. We're getting more and more into a political aspect about money, because then I can talk about no lack of resources and stuff for these kids, of people who actually really care about them. I mean, at the end of the day, it keeps all of our neighborhoods safe if we're sitting there showing that we all give a damn, and not every man for himself. I want to read some comments.
That's a good point, and that's exactly what it is.
Andrew said, it seems that the history of money is not known to most, simply the idea of paper money. And its original concept is the exact way our society looks at paper checks. So God wrote, just like the guy who houses the phone in jail can sell you phone time. William said, I'm more of an apartment or flat kind of guy, but that was based on his other comment about wanting to live in a big house, which he said was a jail joke, by the way.
A big house, okay, stupid.
And then, so God said, the white Pippo did that with natural resources. Oh, he had to break his comment into two parts. Okay. Okay, so his part was, just like the guy who houses the phone in jail can sell you phone time. The white people did that with natural resources. I guess, but he'll probably call in.
Sorry, brother, I didn't quite get it.
But the thing is that when it's a society, money is the root of all evil, because it's based on what we do as a community and what we do as a society. And how we handle things. I mean, is there I guess it could be anything wrong with, if you have your family to take on a child who doesn't have that family values, and instill family values into that child. Each one teach one. But unfortunately, we're all scared now because of the way that child was brought up. You might end up being dead trying to do the each one teach one type of thing. I mean, a lot of trust needs to be put into everything. A lot of love and understanding and empathy for others, so that way it doesn't have to be the root of all evil.
First of all, a conscious paradigm change must be had, and that is not going to happen short of a true catalyst, not a catalyst, but a cataclysm of epic proportions. Because the state of mind the masses are in right now, only a grand shock would take them out of this current way of thinking. This current way of thinking is detrimental across the board.
I think it starts off with a baby.
What?
I think it starts off with a baby.
Explain.
Someone having a baby. Okay. Here's an idea.
A baby.
Wait, let me just go through the comments really quick. So God said the white people did that with natural resources. So he's comparing that. He's comparing that. Andrew said, history proves that evil has existed long before. Yeah. So God went on to explain, white people house natural resources like a convict houses the phone. And Andrew was referring to money. History proves that evil has existed long before money.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is money the root of all evil? All right. That applies to that. Now, keep in mind, that's just applying it to that saying, but listening to the saying. Money is the root of all evil. True.
Of all evil?
That's the saying, and that's what he's addressing. I get it. Yes, evil existed long before money.
Okay, so it's true. Let's go on that perspective. Is money really the root of all evil?
Then I would say no. Based on that.
Because there are serial killers that do it just for fun.
Right.
There are people who steal cars just for fun, who hurt people just for fun.
Right, and that's evil. An individual that would watch somebody.
And they may have did it even if they had a whole lot of money.
Right.
So okay. So in that instance, yeah, money is not the root of all evil.
No, absolutely not.
But is money evil?
Again, the perception.
Is money evil?
In and of itself, no. But again, I mean, money is fire as far as I'm concerned. You can burn down a house or cook food with it. I mean, it's the same thing. As with a lot of things that can be considered both sides, good or evil. A knife, I can use it to cut my meat or cut you.
I do want to make a public service announcement. If anyone out there that is watching this and feels that money is evil, feel free to give it to me, and I will bless that motoka in my pockets. I'm just saying. So, am I evil for saying that? No. No.
Look, we all want money.
Am I greedy?
No. See.
So why do I want money? Do I love money over my family? No.
Look, greed. What is greed? Greed is the thing of you have it and you have more than you need, and you still want more.
Greed could also be that you don't have it.
How can you be greedy if you don't have it?
Well, that's where the root is. Okay.
No.
Andrew made a point again. Let me just go into his point because he made the topic. He mentioned something in regards to the topic.
I get it.
Evil is simply the opposite of good. Evil will use anything and anyone to achieve its goals. Agree. Money just seems to be the popular vehicle to exercise evil.
Yes. Today,
no.
It is a popular thing. Yo, Devin, you heard the term that everyone has their price? Have you heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard it before. Yeah.
That applies.
Here's the thing. I feel like, okay, so I want to step back a little something. Money just seems to be the popular vehicle to exercise evil. So when I'm hearing that, I'm an evil person, but I'll use money as an excuse.
What? What?
Money just seems to be the popular vehicle to exercise evil.
Yeah.
So I want to exercise my evil, but money is the excuse.
Tool.
Instead of the excuse on the reason why I'm just evil anyway. I'm evil anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm only doing this because of the fact that I'm gonna use money as an excuse. As opposed, Lord, I forgot three words. I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot.
Look,
Let me say, as opposed to this.
I have to take care of that.
No, you don't. As opposed to this. Hi, Vanya. I'm broke. My kid got to eat. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm going to go ahead and rob a bank so that my kids can eat. That's because I don't have any money. I'm going to do something evil, as opposed to I'm an evil person, but I'm using money as an excuse.
Stop.
I am going to stop.
Where and how did that become evil?
Well, if you're robbing...
If I'm killing you piece by piece, that's evil. I took some money. May be wrong, but it's not evil. Because your intent is not evil. So how can it be evil? You're just trying to eat. Now, if I'm going to rob the bank, the cashier is giving me the money, but I shoot her anyway, that's evil.
Well, okay, then that could be based on what Andrew said. You're evil, but you're using money as a tool, because he did say it's a tool.
Like I said, it's a tool. It is a tool. I agree with that. Money is not evil, but it can be used that way.
Vanya said, person that can be brought isn't worth having. True.
Facts.
Andrew said, think about what good people do with money.
Yeah.
Think about what evil people do with money. And for some reason, William can't make comments.
Huh?
I don't know. He's so silly.
What are you saying, bro? You can't make comments, or you don't. What is that? Because you wrote that. I mean, what are you saying?
So God said, money is being used like the carrot being baited in front of a jackass. That's evil. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
he was having technical difficulties. He's back. He just had to do all of that just to make sure that his comments were working. But let's take a call. Hi, state your name and where you're calling from.
How you guys doing? This is nice being and watching y'all and be a part of the show. Pardon me, I'm only calling to clarify something. Now, Ben, you are absolutely correct. I was trying to express that money is a tool and not an excuse. Evil people do evil things. If you got the money and you want to, try to achieve something by evil, I just mean something that's not good. I don't want to put too much emphasis on evil like I'm implying devil worship, nothing like that. It's just the opposite of good. People have been doing this for all sorts of reasons, and money has never been the root of that. I mean, the Garden of Eden, if you look at that story about Adam and Eve, the serpent, for whatever reason, which is really not really explained in the Bible, except for Andrew being the snake, decided he wanted to convince Eve to eat the apple, and she only gave, Adam the apple, but that's evil, and no one in that story seems to be gaining any kind of financial anything. Nor was anyone looking to look like they was trying to gain anything financial. Eve was trying to enjoy a good time with her husband, and for whatever reason, the serpent was trying to convince both of them to go against God. That's the Bible story.
Right.
Money there's no mention of money in that story. So I only say that, no, money is not the root of evil. Money is something that came later.
Yes.
We need to be clear on that, because good is good and bad is bad. Money is what I think somebody said it earlier, the things you accumulate to have. I guess the idea of money is you get it, you do things with it, you have fun with it, you take care of yourself, and maybe when you die, you can leave something for other people. Now, the way people go about getting that, I guess it just depends on who you are, maybe the circumstances that you're in, but evil by itself being the root, that's like saying, the devil was created from or for money. Ridiculous. That's not even a real thing. Evil or money has never been the root of all evil. People need to go back and look, because money can really be a good thing. Depends on what you're doing with it or how you trying to get it. I love y'all.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Thanks,
Yes, your
Andrew.
brother.
Okay, so that was a good point that he made.
Evil is evil.
Evil is evil. But does money make people evil?
It can, based on their perception.
Okay.
If you have somebody obsessed with making money, and again, do they have any boundaries? You understand what I'm saying? Based on that makes an individual evil. Then you have an individual that every dime they get, they're giving it to a charity or whatever.
Yes.
Like again, money in itself is not inherently evil. It is the perception, and what they've done is make money evil. They've made money evil. Listen.
Who's they?
The 1%.
Okay, so the 1% make money
Look,
evil.
look, the masses, look, how many of y'all out there, and I mean really, be honest with yourself.
Okay.
When you want something in your mind, say you want that $1 billion, it's a fantasy. The whole idea is, do you think you can?
Hi, who are we speaking with today?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
This is, Sagad. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hi, Sagad. What's your opinion on this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
Hello?
Can
Yes.
you hear? Man, we hear you.
Oh, okay. So, Ben, you mentioned something about jail, right?
Yes.
And it made me think of some of the things that we did in jail, which was, I was trying to say earlier, it's not necessarily the paper money and the value all being an illusion, but in jail, we were able to put value on ramen noodles, a chip in a poker game. Well, I say poker game because I'm so used to that, but it would be a regular checker. And we might, value the red checker to be more than the black checker. And we were just placing value on these things. And during games or whatever we were doing, when we placed the value on them, people became other than themselves. They acted ironically. I mean, you would give up a whole, day of meals, 3 trays, just so you can get a couple of chips or whatever that we place the value on. I mean, a cigarette, a roll, a tobacco roll, and a joint can go for $25 easily because that's the value that we placed on it. So I'm saying that to say, like, the natural resources that we like to give God the credit for giving to the planet has been hoarded by criminals and then sold back to us for paper money that they put value on. Because at any given time, they can eliminate that value from whatever you got in the bank or in your pocket or in that shoebox.
Yep.
And then you'll be asked out all over again because they're controlling the illusion.
Yes.
I'm learning that the hard way now because the greenbacks that I got don't mean shit because my credit score is fucked up. So, on that note, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Peace. That's what I was speaking of earlier.
Yes.
You're saying that you can take your dollar right now, but in this same instance, right now, they could kill the value of your dollar. It has no value.
Well, didn't they do that with the bullion?
No. You can't take gold's value away. They can't.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. People can decide, you know what?
No.
Gold is not worth any money, and that's the end of that.
Yes, if the masses agree to that. Gold has been it since the beginning.
But the masses can't control what the worth of the dollar?
As it stands right now, if they shut down this bank right now, this country would have to go through a complete revolution and revolt in the whole 9 yards. But they wouldn't change anything until they actually took over.
So how would it have changed with gold? You're really not. I'm really not understanding.
Because there's not one person on this planet that does not recognize gold. Your dollar, on the other hand,
it's recognized in other countries. It just has different values.
If they decide to destroy that value I just said to you. We all speak different languages. We all have different perceptions across the board, across this entire planet. But one thing everybody on this planet knows is gold.
Hi, state your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Frank. I'm calling because I just want to make a reference to something I was said about the value of the dollar and what dollars are worth and things. But this is a very funny thing to me. I'm cracking up over here because, once again, the history of money being like paper checks and stuff, basically any dollar bill or denomination, the concept was you come to my store and you give me some money, a $20 bill. At the end of the day, I take this $20 bill that was issued to you from your bank and go on your bank, and supposedly some gold is going to be taken out of your little vault and put in the money. That's the banking system.
Yep.
That's the money system.
Yep.
Everybody's talking about the value of money and who controls the value of money. It's ridiculous because no one has any gold. No one has any. You can't look at anyone you know or met in this world right now that can tell you, hey, I got gold coins over here that are worth money. I got silver such and such over here that's worth money. At the end of the day, the best you can do is take whatever gold you have to any jewelry store, get that traded off for some greenbacks. The promissory stuff that's not backed by any gold. The history of money in this country went like this. Originally, gold, silver, barter system. We all know the story. Roosevelt, the famous president, decided he didn't want no one to have gold no more. So he told all the citizens, send your gold to us. We're going to put it in Fort Knox. If you don't, you go to jail. Everyone sent their money in, and they declared that gold was no longer currency in America. Yep. So what we're going to do now is give you all these paper money, and we'll tell you that there's gold in the Fort Knox, although no one I've known has ever even seen Fort Knox, let alone been in it, to believe what the hell is in here. But no one owns any gold. So you own no money. It's not that money isn't real. Money is very real because people do real shit for money. So you know money is real. But what it is we have no control over money. That's where we stand as a society. That's why when you hear things like, oh, someone else other than us can control money. The masses couldn't come together and control the value of money. You know why? Because we don't own money. We don't have any gold. We don't have any silver. We have no oil fields. As a society, we don't own shit with the shit we buy from the stores. That's nothing. That's not real money. That's why the concept is crazy. But I love y'all so much. And yes, man, Joel, I agree with you. Today, we can all decide that gold ain't worth shit no more. That's what's the new thing. Cell phones. I want all the cell phones in the world because cell phones, if I get enough of them, I can give them to someone else and they'll give me a big mansion. Yeah. You don't like that idea? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen, I don't have enough cell phones, so I might be in trouble. I wouldn't even know how to start a system like that, but that's the idea of money. Tying this to your topic about it being evil, to be honest with you, that's probably a slick line that someone put in a book or in a movie long ago, and as a society, we kind of bought into that, was given to us by our forefathers, mothers and grandmothers. Money is the root of all evil. That shit is stupid. That's not even real. There's so much more that, like Trump, who had all the money, is evil as fuck. Yes. If you take his money away, he's still evil as fuck. They don't even go together. We put them together. Shit, I think love is the root of all evil. If you ask me, I can tell you that reality shows are becoming the root of all evil in relationships. You don't believe me? Look at any Cardi, regular hip-hop attracted to female that watch these shows and think they don't start buzzing the fuck out on me. Hip-hop attracted to boyfriend, baby fathers. I could go on for days about what is the root of evil. The root of evil is evil. It's the opposite of good.
Okay.
Love you, dog.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yo, that made me forget what I wanted to say.
Me too. I need a sip. And I thought I didn't need any more. So Daniel said, like Bagua, you can use it for offense or defense. Sandy said, Ben, we couldn't hear your question. But, Sandy, it's been such a minute, I don't even remember his question either. Or maybe it's the wine. So God said the paper dollar has lost its value once the silver was taken out of it. William said, I have a bit, maybe. He has a bit of money. Yeah. Maybe he should take it to the jewelry store and sell it.
Well, look, Flame's point
was very valid.
But I do got to point this out to you, bro. You're also coming from a European perspective. You're saying nobody had gold. Hold up. Oh. Remember, that's what they did.
Here we go. Listen.
All right, you know something? I'm not retracting what I'm trying to say, but I am going to come from a different perspective.
Thank you.
Y'all do know I kind of like her, right? And that's the
something.
only reason this continues. Kind of, but that's starting to wane.
Hey.
All right? Anyway. Love. Wow.
Okay, well.
Excuse me. No. What we place value in is ultimately what is all important. But in the world that we live in, we're talking about dollars and cents. It's perception at the end of the day, people. What does this mean to you?
What does it mean
how
to society?
Much? No, because now I'm adjusting the individual. The society has already set the tone. We live in a society of greed. We wouldn't see some of the things that we see on a daily basis if that were not the case. All right? We wouldn't see people hungry. We wouldn't see people homeless. We wouldn't see kids that are living in poverty. We could see their faces and their clothes unclean and blah, 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 blah. We wouldn't see any of that. All right? That's, to me, at the end of the day, this shows evil because there's no need for it. We live in a time, technologically speaking, we don't need anything. But yet, we can still look around the world and see the suffering that the people are going through. And even all of that is based on greed and more money. All right? Greed, money, power, whichever one you want to choose to look at. Hell, they're all combined to me. Right? Because at the end of the day, who is the evil being perpetuated upon? It's the have-nots. And that's all there is to it. So, the situation with money is evil. Not that money is the root of all evil, but the situation with money. For lack of a better way to put it. All right? It is evil. So...
Now, Cigar makes a few comments. He said that but by Ben was serious. There's a pre-colonist school of thought and a post-colonist school of thought. And he also said happy slaves versus dissatisfied slaves.
Okay. For a minute there, I was getting ready to go somewhere with it until I picked up on what you just said. And he means the population as it is now. Slaves versus, slaves versus dissatisfied slaves. The dissatisfied slaves are the conscious.
Okay.
They're the conscious because they see what's going on. They see that the money is going up. They see that I go to the store and buy something, and when I open it up, that's what I'm getting.
However, when you look at that, it'll tell you on the packaging.
What? You're only getting half of what you paid for?
First, okay, let me explain that for a second. When you go into the store, everybody has experienced this. Go in the store, you get a big bag of chips, you open up the bag, and it's half in there. But when you look at it, it'll tell you that you were getting 16 ounces worth of product. So if you were to take it and dump it on a scale, it would be 16 ounces. Nobody said it was based on how big the package is.
I disagree with you.
Oh, no. If you put it on the scale, it'll be exactly what it said.
Well, a pack of wide potato chips back in the days when we were kids.
They used smaller bags.
No!
Oh, my goodness. And the bags were always filled with air.
Then?
Yes.
I didn't get that. I opened up my bag. My chips were right there.
Well, you had a special bag.
What, I only had a bag of potato chips as a kid?
Listen, you probably did. When you opened up the bag,
you see how females get
that way.
You no.
Ben goes down memory lane where the pizzas were all this big in the Bronx, and I'm telling them, no, it's not. Wait.
The
hamburgers were this big at McDonald's. But by the time he grew up, it was down to here. And the potato chip bags will always appear to be half full.
Listen.
But it tells you it is only 8 ounces, and that's exactly what you get.
So what is this? What is
5 ounces of product and 11 ounces of air. Exactly.
Why?
If you take it and put it on a scale, dump it and put it on the scale, it is the exact amount of what they said it would be. You're paying for packaging. You're paying for packaging. I learned that.
I disagree.
Well, you can disagree, but it was done. You take it,
dump
it out, put it on a scale,
tear
the scale, put it in a bowl, tear the scale, and then put it in there.
Find out.
Yes, I want you to do that, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I can't believe it. However, did you want it to make any closing thoughts?
All right. For my part, at the end of the day, the evil is not the money, the evil is in the perception. If we change our perception of things, everything else would change for the better. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about us coming together. Now, we take our money and stack it together. We could do some things. There's only 45 million of us, yo. Only. Country of 390 million. Elijah Muhammad proved it. Black Wall Street. Look, the point is, there were a bunch of Rosewood. There's a bunch of times we've proven once we come together, pool our monies, we could do some things.
Okay, can I elaborate on that?
And so,
one of the things I want to say before we close out, I don't want to make it another hour. One of the things I want to say before we close out is that I don't think we should start it off with just getting money together and doing that. I think that we should help out a family in need. If we all just take in and help a family that's in need, not telling them exactly what our resources are if we have any, but if you see a hungry child, feed them. If you see that a child is wearing tattered clothes, try to help out and get some clothes for them. Let's start, if we want to really come together, let's really come together. And it's not about just giving away money or pooling our money together, but educating maybe that parent. If you get a nighttime job, I'll watch your child during the day. Don't ask me. But I'm just saying, if you want to do that, don't ask me. I'm kidding. But the whole thing is that the whole thing is that if we really come together and as a community, if there is such a thing, and pull our resources together, the ones that's not a greenback, the one that is our own selves and what we know, and teach it to another child, another family, and help that person grow, there could be a lot less crime. There could be a lot less evil. There could be more good. All we have to do is show people that we give a damn.
Not just simply. Because we've got a generation of ignorant individuals running around now having kids, and they don't know no better and think they do.
But see, this is why we take them on.
You can't take on what they won't let us.
Tolerate it in America.
Agreed. But the point is, at the end of it, that's why we got these spies. That's why they were able to initiate COINTEL. That's exactly why.
New subject. We can't elaborate. We gotta go, guys. And besides, I'm drunk. So I want you guys to have a beautiful weekend. I'm telling it like it is. I'm drunk. I want you guys to have a beautiful weekend. Stay cuddled and warm in the snow. And listen, don't make no babies, because I ain't taking care of them. You ready? Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.